National Football League.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Play action now. Dart. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's the option. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to Krosky-Merritt on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dart going to give to Scannaboo. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Giants.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route. but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
To throw his dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Krosky Merritt going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown from 3 yards out. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw now, Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
And the Washington offense heading out.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Daniels looking to throw. Setting up the screen, Krosky-Merritt.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
Able to slither by. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Daniels.
Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
To the air goes Daniels.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing, dart.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
To the air, dart. Left side, he's got Robinson.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He'll check this one down to Scatterby. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here.
The slot man in motion right.
Throwing now is Daniels.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Daniels.
a throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
One-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll motion McLaurin left. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Play action. Now it's Daniels. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, it's Scatterby to start the drive.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
To throw, Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatterby.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
A gain of 14.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
On play action, here's Dart.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To the air once more is Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
They'll try and run here with Scatteroo. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. He'll dump this off to Scatteroo. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Dart going to look to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw is a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's Dart.
He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now here on EA Sports.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Now Daniel's going to keep it.
Nifty move. And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And New York set to take the field.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now Dart.
this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They'll run from the gun with Scatterby.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Dart.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Daniels.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing his dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw, dart. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Dart. He'll try and do this himself. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
To throw his dart. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, New York.
From the gun, dart.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing his dart.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Commanders' 7-yard line.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. To the air, dart. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Jackson Dart.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Washington offense set to take over.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.